Hello, and welcome to another episode of Crossing Bridges Talk Show. I'm your host, Larry Montgomery Sr. This is my co host, Will. Will, introduce yourself.
Good evening, everyone. My name is William Montgomery. It's a pleasure to be here.
Who's that in the background? Photo bombing. Gotcha.
Hey,
Anyway, it's another guest host. But anyway, this week's conversation is part three of relationships. And we're going to talk about the other side of the coin this week, the unhealthy relationships and or abusive relationships. And we should close with some ideas or thoughts on how to get out of a unhealthy or abusive relationship. So we got three topics. Let me just quickly run the first video. Hopefully it's in order. Let's see here. Uh, and let's make it happen.
What are the signs of an abusive relationship? Anyone can find themselves in an abusive relationship, no matter their age, gender, or sexual orientation. Movies and TV shows that depict abuse might give you the impression that an abusive relationship is only when someone is getting hit or physically hurt. But there are different types of abuse that can affect your body, your emotions, and your self-esteem. Physical abuse means hitting, kicking, pushing, or hurting someone in any way. Sexual abuse is forcing your partner to do anything sexual, from kissing to having sex. When you don't consent to sexual activity, it's considered sexual assault or rape, whether you're in a relationship or not. Verbal abuse is name-calling, put-downs, and using words to hurt someone. Emotional abuse is when your partner tries to make you feel bad about yourself. That can mean hurting your feelings on purpose, jealousy, blaming you for the abuse, cheating, or continually criticizing you. Emotional abuse affects your self-esteem. Reproductive control is pressuring your partner to get pregnant, and a pregnancy, lying about birth control, or other controlling decisions about pregnancy and parenting. Threats and intimidation use the threat of violence or abuse to control a partner. Threatening children, suicide, or physical violence are all ways to control your behavior. Isolation is controlling who you see, what you do, and limiting your access to friends, family, and other forms of emotional and financial support. Each relationship is different, and the signs of an abusive relationship can vary. But all of these behaviors are ways that one person tries to maintain all of the power in a relationship and control their partner. Sometimes abusive behaviors begin slowly and get worse as time goes on. If you've been feeling devalued, afraid, or controlled, get help. Everyone deserves to be in a relationship where both people feel safe and are respected, trusted, and loved.
Okay. Oops. Hold on. You turn that off. And we're back. So that's abusive relationships. Uh, any thoughts?
I mean, it was spot on. It's not always physical. Emotional is definitely can be uh, just as bad, if not worse. Because if you make somebody, feel so bad that they wind up taking their life, it's definitely it's something that you can't recover from. So, and some of those scars never go away.
hmm Well, I think that one of them I just want to kind of touch on a little more, the isolation
Hmm.
aspect, which is controlling who you see, what you do, and limiting your access to friends, family, and other forms of emotional and financial support. And sometimes that just kind of creeps up on you because you get in a relationship with somebody, you're spending time with them, and you feel comfortable with them, so you want to spend more time with them.
Hmm.
But that's a conscious decision to spend more time with them. But then when you find that okay, things are going along smoothly, we've got past the big hurdles or whatever, and now we can just kind of coast along until we see if it's going to go to the next level. But then you start to see that this person still wants to 24/7, 365 you. And you got to be careful of that because that becomes control,
Hmm.
and they quickly get comfortable with that because you've just come out of the phase where you want to spend more and more time with them. But then, life gets in the way. I got a job. I'm
Hmm.
going to school. I got to study, type of a thing. Or, I need to do some traveling to see some friends or whatever, which I normally do every year. And then they're saying, well, why don't you just stay here and you can see them, or you can FaceTime them or Snapchat or whatever like that. There, I just want to spend more time with you. You got the red flag got to come up. And say, wait a minute, yo, it's not all about you.
Hmm.
I mean, it's good, but it ain't all that good, you know. And there's something that kind of creeps up on you, particularly when your partner starts to believe that they have or they are in a position of control. You know, usually when you're like, oh, now it's your fiance, or now we just got married, and now you start to see that. Now, I mean, obviously you want to get a handle on this before you get married,
Hmm.
even though being married doesn't mean you're permanently stuck with them. In
Hmm.
this society, you're not permanently stuck with them if they've got issues,
Hmm.
But you want to identify them before they become, once you start to see, yeah, well, they're controlling, they want to be with you, they want to monitor where you're going and all that kind of stuff. I don't want you to go here. Oh, it's too late for you to go out. All kinds of excuses.
Hmm.
Some things make sense, you know, but then there are alternatives to that. Look, me and your mother have been married almost 50 years. So if she's going to go out at night, I'm going to you know, I like to know where you're going. Yeah. And if it's something that you want to do, well, you want me to take you. I mean, I don't have to stay there, whatever, if you're going to go out and visit somebody. I'm not going to stay there, but I will be waiting up for you,
Hmm.
type of a thing. Text me when you get there, text me when you leave, that kind of stuff, but or just because it's dark out, I'm not going to say you can't go out. I think you're old enough to be able to determine what makes sense and what doesn't make sense at our age.
Hmm.
But when you 30, 40, something like that, and you just meet this person, you're still kind of, feeling your way through. So some of these things do creep up on you. And one more point here before we move on to the next topic. Um, Threats and intimidation or reproductive control. A lot of folks, a lot of men feel that they can control a woman once they impregnate her.
Hmm.
She's committed to them. There's kind of like a dog leaving his mark in his territory. Which is kind of stupid, but you know, if she don't want to be with you, then why would you want to, stress yourself and try to make her be with you?
Hmm.
You know, the best way to have a relationship with somebody is just because they want to be with you.
Yep.
Because they'll make a decision to do things or not do certain things or whatever. But then you still got to be flexible and understanding. I can't just say, look, you only be with me, and then I want to go out and hang out with the boys and go to the club.
Hmm.
That's selfish and controlling at the same time. So again, when we talk about reproductive control, some of these guys are walking around and he got 4 or 5 baby mamas. Each one of them got 2, 3 babies. And this woman comes along and she think that you're going to change this guy. Oh, I'm the one. He loves me. He's going to do me right. Really? How many times do you think he's done this already? All right, 5. So you be number 6, but you different.
Hmm.
And some things are just so obvious that you don't see it even though you tripped over it. You still don't want to see it.
Hmm.
So you have to be very careful. Any last comments before we go on to
Nope.
I
I
don't know.
mean, you hit the nail on the head.
Okay. I want to talk a little bit more, well, a little bit about just unhealthy relationships. And I have a quick video here. Hopefully, I'll put the right one. Put this one in there, see what happens.
How should I end a relationship?
Uh,
Getting over a breakup isn't easy.
no, that's not it. Let me
Okay.
get the one in there that I want in there. This is the one I want. Okay.
What makes a relationship unhealthy? You deserve to feel safe in your relationship. Emotional, verbal, or physical abuse is not your fault. Here's how to recognize the signs of an unhealthy relationship and get help. How do I know if my relationship is unhealthy? Sure, nobody's relationship is perfect, and people make mistakes. But if you feel like you're being treated badly, you probably are. Listen to your gut. Healthy relationships make you feel good about yourself, unhealthy relationships don't. Lying, cheating, jealousy, and disrespect are signs of an unhealthy relationship. So is trying to control a partner. That includes keeping track of where they are and who they hang out with, checking their phone or email without permission, keeping them away from friends or family, telling them they can't do certain activities, preventing them from having money.
Okay. That's an overview of unhealthy relationships. You know, you can see the signs there.
Hmm.
Sometimes we kind of gloss over them, and which could be a problem. Someone lying to you. That I mean, why do you have to lie about something?
Hmm.
The truth is the truth. If we were married, you know, and you were doing something wrong, then I could understand, well, that's a reason to lie. We're not married. I'm seeing somebody else as I'm seeing you until I get to the point of I only want to see you. But if I'm sitting there telling you I'm only seeing you and I know I'm seeing somebody else, that'll be a lie.
Hmm.
And if I got caught in it, of course I'm going to come with some kind of response. You don't understand. It's really my third cousin, twice removed, you know.
Hmm.
But the reality is that cousin ain't even in the family tree.
Hmm.
Um, but you have to be careful. If they lie about that, they'll lie about something else. And if they think they can get away with the lie, they'll keep lying to you. You
Hmm.
know. But if you really don't like them, or if you're not, you say, look, I'm grown. I do what I want to do. Then be grown and do what you want to do, and
Yep.
tell them, hey, look, I'm seeing somebody else, or I'm trying to see somebody else,
Hmm.
you know. And if that hurts their feelings, I hurt their feelings. I understand that. That wouldn't be a nice thing to do. But you're being honest with them. You're telling them the truth. Look, I haven't finished sowing my wild oats, okay,
Hmm.
or my wild grain, or whatever it might be. And, and so, when I do finish, I'll let you know. We go from there. Same thing for women, you know, because on the one hand, a guy can get another woman pregnant and try to hide it. It's kind of hard for a woman to get pregnant by somebody else in a relationship, and then when the baby come, try to hide it. You know, because eventually that child going to start to look like the baby daddy, one way or another. You
Hmm.
know, unless you and the other guy are both ugly, then it just be one more ugly child out there. But usually people pick up on it.
Hmm.
Um, Disrespecting someone, embarrassing them in public. I mean, I don't think I've ever had any kind of relationship with somebody who would embarrass me in public. You know, and if they did, that was over real quick.
Hmm.
Because I ain't gonna tolerate that. I'm not gonna do that to you, and I don't expect you to do it to me. I don't expect you to even think about doing it because it'd be a problem.
Yep.
You know, but some people feel that they can have control over you by making you think that they're going to embarrass you in public. And don't even threaten me with that. Don't, because if it came out of your mouth, that's something that you think you'll do.
Hmm.
And so I'm not going to give you the chance to even, make that a reality and say, I have to
See you
see
later.
you later,
Hmm.
because obviously you're not ready for First Street.
Hmm.
Um, let's see. Did you have any comments? I don't want to just keep going
Yeah.
on and
I
on.
mean, everything that you're saying is on point. And like I said, it's relationships are always difficult, and a lot of people don't know or learn what a healthy relationship is. And when you don't see one and you're not learning, um, or you don't have the desire to find out what a healthy relationship looks like, then you're destined to, follow what you see from other people. And if it's a toxic relationship, oh, well, that's how a relationship's supposed to be. And then you're out here acting like that, and it doesn't benefit you. And but you wash, rinse, repeat. You keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, getting the same response, and it's like, but I want to be happy. I see these other people with people, and they do this, and they're still together. But when I do it, I'm alone. So it's like you got to really find out what works for you, and avoid those people that do toxic stuff.
Yeah. I mean, just because other people do things that are toxic doesn't mean that, and they still together, doesn't mean that's going to work for you.
Mm-hmm.
There may be other things going on that you don't see, you don't know about, and you just running with what you saw.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing that I do see a lot or hear a lot about is these cell phones. Oh, I just want to look at your phone. I need to use your phone. You have a phone? You don't have a phone, you ain't with me anyway. But you have a phone, I got a phone.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nothing on my phone you need to see. And if there was something on my phone that I didn't want you to see, I wouldn't let you use it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it. Oh well, we get a phone plan together. I got a good plan and I could put your phone on it. No, then you have control over my phone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's not so. Listen, if I can't trust you straight up, and why would I try to 5-0 you from behind?
Mm-hmm.
Look, you got a phone, I got a phone. My phone is I can't afford my phone. Then I shouldn't have a phone.
Mm-hmm.
You can't afford it. You can't afford it. Stop calling people.
Write a letter.
Right. Ain't nobody calling you that's sending you any money, so you don't need to answer the phone. You know. And then the other thing, and then we've talked about this before, when it comes down to you're a nice person, and they, oh well, I need to borrow a couple of thousand to get my car out the shop, or I got some tickets, and I just need to get a few dollars until my tax return come in. Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Just wait for it. That's
Mm-hmm.
what you should do. Oh, look, the man pulled me over, and my papers wasn't right, and so I gotta go down. I'm down at the precinct. They're gonna keep me here until to court next month, and I need you to come bail me out. Nope, they got 3 hots in the cot. You be good.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see you when you get out. Because any money you put behind a problem is going to be a problem for you.
Yep.
Oh no, I want to buy this car. It's on sale. Yeah, it's $500. Yeah. Well, if you can come up with $499, I'll let you have $1, and you go get that one. You good, right? You got any insurance on it? No. Oh well, just ain't gonna help you. So,
Mm-hmm.
but people fall for this. And they said, with it, out of the goodness of their heart, because they don't want to see you struggle. Look, you're struggling for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
That's because you ain't figured something out, and having you act as a crutch is not going to help them.
Yeah.
You think you're helping them get around, but no, you ain't. Because that crutch, they ain't healed. They still going to keep making that same mistake over and over again, and they ain't going to rectify the mistakes that they've made in the past. That don't mean they're not a good person. Just some things that they just don't do well.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yep.
and so that's when patience comes in.
Patience
I
is a
will
virtue.
I will patiently wait for you to get your money right before we take the next step.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep.
Now, I think we can turn to the final chapter or topic, which is how to get out of one of those relationships. Let's see here if I can put that in.
And neither is ending a long term relationship. Here are some tips on how to break up and make things easier on you and ex. What's the best way to break up with someone? Relationships end for a lot of reasons. Maybe you're not happy with your partner, or maybe you just don't want to be in a relationship right now. Whatever the reason, breaking up can be tough. These tips may help. 1. Prepare. Think about what you're going to say in advance. You may even want to practice on a friend or in front of a mirror, or write out your thoughts. 2. Pick the right spot. Talk to your partner somewhere that's comfortable for both of you. If you're worried about safety, somewhere public might be the best choice. 3. Say it in person. If you feel safe, talk to your partner face to face. Emailing, texting, or talking on the phone may sound easier, but it's usually not the best option. And don't ask a friend to deliver the news for you. 4. Be respectful. If your partner asks you why you're breaking up with them, be honest, it could help them have better relationships in the future. But don't insult them or try to hurt them. 5. Make a clean break. If you really want to be friends, that's fine. But if you're just saying let's be friends to let your partner down easier, don't. It can lead to more hurt feelings. Even if you plan to stay friends, give your partner some space. It may help to take a break from seeing or talking to each other for a while. 6. Stick with your decision. If you feel like you're doing the right thing, don't let your partner try to convince you to stay together. It's normal for someone to cry or get upset during a breakup, and that can be really hard to deal with. But feeling bad or guilty isn't a reason to stay in a relationship. Maybe you're not happy with your partner, or maybe you just don't want to be in a relationship right now.
Okay. Thoughts?
Well, I mean, that is true. Like, texting somebody that you're breaking up with them. I mean, like I said, it may seem easy, but the problem is you send a text, they send a text back, you send a text, they send a text back, and it's just an ongoing breakup. And if you meet them in person, hey, look, this ain't working like I want it to work. It's been good. It's been fun at times, but I got things I want to do, and they don't involve you. So,
Oh, that would be kind of hurtful,
but that's the truth. I mean, it's going to hurt no matter what. It's like ripping the Band-Aid off. I mean, it'll hurt for a minute, but then it's like they're really serious because it's not somebody took their phone and accidentally text you that they wanted to break up. It's you seeing this person face to face, talking to you in a serious manner. Hey, I have no choice but to take what you're saying at face value and roll with it. And if I'm hurt, then shoot, I probably walk away and delete your number right then. You ain't got to worry about texting. Hey, that was messed up.
Yeah, I know that happens like that there. Sometimes you just get mad and cuss them out because you was holding back on some things anyway. I was going to break it with you anyway, but now that you said it, yeah, let me jump on the bandwagon and slap you around too. Breakups. One thing that's funny about breakups, and it was kind of in the statement there, the video. Stick to your decision, because people will talk you back into that relationship real quick. Especially a woman, she'll start to cry, carrying on, and then as soon as you get ready to leave, then they be like, but wait a minute, one more goodbye kiss. You know what that means. And then you're going to be like, a couple hours later talking about, yeah, well, I got to go. Oh, you don't have to go now. That breakup sex. Don't go for it. Don't go for it.
Some people have second thoughts though. Like they'll break up, they'll be the one to initiate the breakup, and then a couple days later, they're like, "Why did I break up with that person?" And then they're the ones trying to get back. So when they
That's what I
say
say.
stick to your decision, it could be both ways.
Stick to your guns. You open your mouth and you let it out there. Live with it,
Hmm.
because I guarantee you it's gonna come back at you, and it won't come back. It won't be pretty.
But
Oh, you try to break up with me? I'm gonna do everything I can to get you back, and then when I get you back, and you're so comfortable that oh you love me and all that, then I'm gonna yeah, I got you now. Yeah, you hurt me, I'm gonna hurt you.
mm, yeah,
So it's not easy breaking up, but it's something that is definitely a part of life, and you have to take it seriously, just like you took it seriously getting involved with them, and then letting your heart, you know, get tangled up with them. Sometimes you just have to start pulling your heart back in,
hmm,
until the point of okay, now I got to say, listen, this I don't think this is gonna work out,
hmm.
or this ain't working out. So listen, uh, I'll call you when I have some time.
Yeah,
Delete that number. Never call you back. Anyway,
that's, yeah, that's leaving the window open. I don't know if that's a good thing to do.
hey, if you don't have the phone number, then you gotta think about what you're gonna do to save face to get the number back. Oh, I know so and so. They eat over at the McDonald's on Thursday morning, so I'll just roll by there, and
People do
mistake,
that. People
because you
do
roll
that.
by there and they sitting up in there with somebody else having coffee. You'd be like, oh, mm,
Hmm. Yep.
feelings hurt. You know, the worst situation is they sitting in there having coffee. You roll up in there, and then the new guy comes out of the bathroom. She look
Ain't
up
this your
at you,
ex?
right? She look up at you. What you want? So
I just came for the McDonald's.
by that hole in the donut. That's what I'm
Hmm.
here for. But anyway, um, yeah. Was there anything else you wanted to say? I mean, I'm sure you had personal experience in getting kicked to the curb or kicking somebody to the curb.
I
Probably
mean,
that's it.
I have no experience with breaking up with anybody. I've always been I drift apart. Hey, and I've never fired anybody on their day off. Um, well, actually, no, I take that back. I take that back. My first ex, we obviously she's my ex. He got divorced, so I had to serve her with some divorce papers. So technically, I think that's probably the one and only one. Nope, there was two. There was two. Yeah.
You
Well,
served her with divorce
oh
papers, or
yeah,
she served you?
I served her.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. You got to go, buddy. Yeah. But be that as it may,
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't a decision I made lightly. It took a lot of time, thoughts, and like I said, you make a decision, you got to stick to it. You can't go back to it. Like, oh well, hey, let's get married again. No, no, no. Goodbye.
That would be no. That would be
Hmm.
no.
Yeah.
Did you see the back of those divorce papers that says no redos?
I didn't see it. I wasn't looking for it. I knew
No do-overs.
it.
That's it. It's gone. It's over.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I've had occasions after breakup, and it's never easy. Then I guess I was really young, so I didn't have any skills.
Yeah.
So it's just just don't call them.
Hmm.
And then when they call, just don't answer the phone. we didn't have caller ID. You just kind of like Look at your watch. Say, oh, well, that's so and so calling. That. Don't answer the phone. or,
Mm-mm-mm.
or if somebody else in the house answers the phone, say, "Oh, it's so and so's on the phone." Larry, you no, 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 no.
You have to wave off.
Right. Oh, he just left out. Yeah, yeah, right.
It's that basketball practice at 12 o'clock at night. Yeah, you're very dedicated.
It's a night game. No, he's at jury duty. Yeah, I know.
It's 1 a.m.
He has a long
Night
case.
court. Night court.
Night court.
Mm-mm.
Anyway, um, it's not a pretty thing. I'm trying to think as we sit here talking. If anybody kicked me to the curb, I don't think that's ever happened.
Oh, I may have been kicked to the curb a few times. I don't know. I try
I,
not to
I,
think of old stuff like that. Hey, it's overdone. Deuces. If I get
that's
fired
right.
on my day off, then I wanted to get fired.
Yeah, well, you know you was fired before you got there, so.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not giving 110%, or if you're not giving 100%, because nobody can give 100, people try to give 110%. But if you're not giving 100%, you kind of know the writing's on the wall. It's like, I didn't put my best foot forward.
Been slacking on the job.
Yeah, that paycheck gonna look really small. Supposed to put in an 8-hour day, you work 30 minutes. Like, yeah, I knew I was gonna get fired, but
Uh,
you
I
know,
left before coffee. But anyway, hey, listen, it happens, and which is kind of sad when you see a friend who is really into a particular person and they get kicked to the curb. You're like, oh man, she said that? Oh wow.
mm, yeah, yeah.
Then you would turn and laugh and say, I knew she was gonna say that.
Mm, mm, mm.
But you don't want them to see you, laughing at them. So, wow, that wasn't right, man.
Like, did she really say that out front of all your friends? Like, dang, it's
She
messed up.
texts you?
Posted it on Facebook, man. Dang,
It's all on Facebook.
no respect. Damn.
She got photos and everything, man. What's up with that? Emojis? Mhm.
You the talk of the town.
He got 400 shares, man. What's up with that? He broke your record, man. Dang,
Oh,
man.
you're famous now. 15 minutes of fame. So we cool, though. We cool, right? We cool, right? We just joshing.
And then they be crying and carrying on, and every time you see them, they drinking. Oh man, I wish she called me. I want to call her. Oh, my baby, my baby. Get over it.
Mm-hmm.
She done left you, and matter of fact, she was somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what you gonna do? Oh man, I'm going over there. I'm gonna go over there.
Mm-hmm.
You do something even more stupid.
Mm-hmm. That's rookie mistake number 2.
Yeah, a big one.
Mm-hmm.
And that 3 hots in a cot program.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then what? You don't really, you feel better for half a second, and then you feel bad for who knows how long. And
Mm-hmm.
then you got to suffer with the consequences of what you did. And so, listen, if this was the one for you, either they'll come back or you'll get over it quickly. It don't
Yep.
matter. So
Yeah.
it's
True.
it's hard, but it is what it is. And
Some people realize they make a mistake, and now, like, you know what? I didn't realize what I had when I had it, and it's been 2, 3 years. I haven't found nobody else like you. The way
mhm,
you treated me, the way you listen, this, that, the other. I just
mhm,
didn't understand it at the time. So,
mhm,
you know, I'm older now, wiser now,
mhm,
learned my lesson.
mhm,
You want to try again,
no,
but
that's not gonna happen. But
I mean, it ain't
anyway,
gonna happen in 2 weeks. It might happen in about a year or so, but anything's possible.
listen, What went wrong for a reason. Take it and run with it.
You gotta wait once.
I screwed that up, and it ain't gonna get fixed
Mm.
because I just ain't right. It ain't gonna be right. Just have to avoid it in the future. But anyway, listen, son, I love you, but
Love you
it's
too,
time to
Dad.
go. I'm gonna
Hmm.
go back here and see if I can get your mother cook something for me. Oh, did I say that live?
All right now.
I'll edit that out.
Could be some cereal.
With
Pop it
no
in the
milk.
microwave.
Right. I guess you make your announcement and then we'll call it a night.
Okay. Well, for all viewers, we would like to extend the opportunity to recommend topics for us to discuss. And if you'd like to be a part of the panel, please send us a request on the comment section, and we'll see about getting you on the show.
And we'll see you again next week, God willing, and the creek don't rise.
And the creek don't rise.
Amen.